throw my head through a glass pane because I wasn't recording the first 10 minutes of the show. Welcome to the Power Hour on Take Back with Zac. There's a delay with me and my fingies and my soundboard, and it's really peeing me It's really pissing my off. I've been recording the first hour of the show and putting it out on YouTube as the Power Hour. You're like this. That's a horrible name. Guess what? This is a sports radio show. There would not be a more perfect name than calling the first hour of the show the TBWZ Power Hour. That is sports radio in a nutshell. Virginia beat Wright State, but they did not cover the 18.5. No, they did not, brother. Probably ending an hour. So I started an hour early, probably just ending an hour early, Oreo. So call Fridays 1 to 5, pretty much. Fridays are going to be like 1 to 1:30 to 5 to 5:30-ish from here on out, unless some crazy happens. We can call it the Sour Hour, that's true. Yeah, Swaggy, that is actually right. But Swaggy, this is for you. Done. No making fun of Veenie today. Today's an absolute leave Veenie alone type of day. Hey, Daddy is kicking his feet up watching basketball today. You got to leave him alone. Daddy needs a nap. There is a nice little break, though. So, just to give you a rundown on today, Tony Casillas is going to be joining the show at 1:50 or at 2:15 in about an hour and 3 minutes. We'll get Tony Casillas on the show. Someone send me a Google link to the nearest, a Google Maps link to the nearest hospital. I have some C4 I need to use. I'm having a delay between my mind and my fingers. My brain is moving faster than my hands can move, which is awesome, but also frustrating for you guys and for everybody in between. Today's show starts the same way every single day. Today's show starts with the verse of the day. And okay, listen. Sometimes the Bible talks about penises. I know. Sometimes there's actually like a lot of penis talk in the Bible, specifically circumcision. Now, the reason there's so much penis talk in the Bible and specifically circumcision is because that was like the original like moniker, the original mark of someone who was Jewish, was the Jews would cut the foreskin of their penis off. This is a sports radio show. They would cut the foreskin of their penis off, also known as circumcision, and that was essentially a sign for them that they were Jewish and loyal to God. Now, I don't know what that has to do with us, but most of us now are circumcised, I think. I've never seen an uncircumcised penis in real life. I haven't seen many like penises in IRL with my eyes that are not my own. Paprika? The rare occurrence is like, your homie is like playing a silly joke. Like, they're like, hey, look, it's my wiener. I'm like, okay, cool. That was awesome. It actually is pretty awesome every time. Every time your friend pulls his penis out, it's funny. It's awesome. You're like this. Oh! It's every single time you're like, you need to just get, I need to see it. I need to see your balls. I need to see your shooter. I need to see your Victor Wembanyama. That's what I call mine now. You truly had this same conversation on Friday. I've already talked about this. We're talking about, I think we're talking about P's and V's. The verse of the day. So it's the whole like part, there's a part of this verse where he talks about circumcision. This was just for the Jewish people. This was like their idea, like was non-Jews who believed in Jesus, but weren't circumcised, couldn't get to heaven, was in their thought. And then Paul, the apostle, after Jesus died, was like, no, hey, the penis thing doesn't matter at all. But the Jews were like, no, it does. And Paul was like, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. It was this thing for them that was visual, where for Paul, it was about living within the Spirit. Okay, so I know. We're off to welcome to the Power Hour. This is from Galatians 5, verses 5 through 6. But we who live by the Spirit eagerly wait to receive by faith the righteousness God has promised us. There's a righteousness promised to you, brother, from the death of Jesus on the cross. Righteousness, eternal life. For when we place our faith in Jesus Christ, there is no benefit in being circumcised or being uncircumcised. This is what I'm talking about. There is no benefit basically to having a physical embodiment of faith. Now that we place our faith in Jesus, there is no point in this physical embodiment of faith. What is important is faith expressing itself in love. Express faith in love, brother. Righteousness has been promised to you. OMG, OMG. Fellas, XD1 just hit a 30 stream streak.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a pursuit.
Shout out Andres. What's up, brother? Just like Danny Adjeva. Angeva, Anija. This show also has a movie of the day. Today's movie of the day is Fred Claus. You're like, Veenie, why did you choose Fred Claus? It's a Christmas movie. It is clearly March. Brother, because sometimes Christmas comes early. And yesterday and today, boy oh boy, did it. Thank you, Santa, for High Point. Thank you, Santa, for Kentucky, Santa Clara. Thank you, Santa, for Texas. Thank you, Santa, for Ohio State and TCU. Thank you, Santa, for Siena. Thank you, Santa, for VCU. Thank you, Santa, for March Madness, brother. Ooh! I put them boys on rock. This is a story you've never heard before. A hilarious and heartwarming comedy about Fred Claus, Santa's brother, and complete opposite. After growing up in Santa Nick's shadow, Fred becomes a grouch who's lost his belief in Christmas. Then one magical December, Fred flies north to find brother Nick is in trouble. Scheming efficiency expert is out to shut down Christmas forever. Expect fun by the Sledgeful, Sledgeful. As Fred helps save Christmas and rediscovers the gift of family. Join Vince Vaughn, Paul Giamatti, Miranda Richardson, Rachel Weitz, Kathy Bates, Kevin Spacey, and more in a Yuletide. Yuletide. Oh, wow. 2 I had to spell out. Treat to enjoy for years to come. Fred Claus, everybody. Shout out. Do I have any Christmas music? Of any Christmas music?
Huh?
Close. Utah State up early on Villanova. Utah State, brother. I think they're going to win this game. I think Utah State's going to win this game. I also think they might win by like 3 or more. I think Utah State might win by 3 or more points in this game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I do think they'll at least win by like 3 or more points. Iowa and Clemson is about to tip off shortly. We're going to be watching along to all of these games. We still have to finish. Obviously, the Bama and Hofstra game is a lot closer than anybody thought it was. I'm going to cover everything from yesterday. What am I saying right now? Whatever. Red Claws, everybody. Every time I think of Vince Vaughn, this is so weird, but every time I think of Vince Vaughn, one time, first of all, I met Vince Vaughn one time in Las Vegas. That was sick. It was cool to see Vince Vaughn. I'm throwing up. I had beans and rice and eggs and steak and salsa for breakfast. I'm going to throw up probably. Villanova knots it at 6 apiece. I saw Vince Vaughn one time in Vegas at a comedy show at the MGM Grand Arena, and then we were all hanging out at this after party that was at the MGM at like one of the restaurants there. Vince Vaughn is 6'5", dude. Vince Vaughn is a tall dude. He's super tall, very funny, super cool guy, very, very nice. I found there's like a barometer of fame. There is the guy who's like not famous to like Drewski, right? Ish, Drewski, maybe a little bit more than Drewski. But there's that level, there's that like swath of fame where they're just like kind of too cool for you. And then there's a point where they breach a certain level of famousness to where they're just like cool with everybody and they're super dope. Vince Vaughn is one of those guys. Bert Kreischer is one of those guys where they're so famous that now they're just cool. And then there's one upper echelon above that where they're now they can't even be cool because they are too famous. It's Leonardo DiCaprio. Phase 5. That will probably be Phase 5. But we're watching along with Villanova and Utah. I'm going to be covering all of the March Madness games. I have a couple things about Luka, about the NBA. But mainly, bro, I have notes on every single game from yesterday as we continue to roll along through today's game. So, wait. Oh, crap. I keep forgetting to go live on YouTube. Like an idiot, like a dingus. I'm having one of those days. What up and welcome everybody on YouTube world. Shout out to you. BYU Texas was so close. Yes, I'm never trusting St. Mary's again. Yeah, or Akron. Could have told you that one. I got on St. Mary's as well. Before we do anything though, shall we check out the bracket? Oh, it looks beautiful. I love how filled out it is. And just to check the TBWZ group and give some flowers where flowers be due. Shout out Andres and Slinger. Right now, Andres is in first place. Boy, oh boy, give it up for Andres. Jerba. And oh my gosh, Andres also not only in first place, he's also reached a 3-stream streak. Unbelievable, Andres. Thank you so much. In second place, was a 3-way tie between Tanner from California. This is the homie. My mom and Cole Slinger Skeen. Shout out to Slinger. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Tanner. Now, fellas, my mom is going to like play in the games and participate with us as a show as long as you guys are not freaking horrible people. So seriously, I'm not even joking. Do anything, brother, and you are banned for life from this show. You're never ever watching ever again. That's my mom right there. She wants to support me. She wants to support the show. She wants to be a part of things. She wants to help people. We have a prayer requests in our Discord. Shout out to us. Shout out to everybody involved in the Discord. Shout out to everybody ever. You know what I mean? There is a Discord, and there's a channel on the Discord called Prayer Requests, where you can put any prayer request that you have, anything small or large, and I will pray for you. But also my mother, who is a pastor, will be praying for you. And she's written people who have requested prayer in her prayer journal, and she prays for them every day. TC be getting prayer all the time. Guys, we should all pray for TC. TC had an accident at work, and him and his family are going through quite a spell right now. So prayers up for TC, but he is balling out right now in the bracket, sitting in a cool, tied for 5th place. Now, Veenie is also tied for 5th place because Veenie rules. There he is. XD was in the lead yesterday. He is now in tied for 5th place. 2 back on the lead of Andres. PV is in here. My guy, Unruly, is in here. Trevor Phillips is in here. Trevor Phillips would be sick. This guy. Everybody. Let's shout out last place, though. Brick Jock is doing absolutely horrible. Oreo is doing absolutely terribly. Mintberry Crunch is doing incredibly bad. My brother is doing horrible. This is Moke Choppa is doing horrible. Moshi is doing awful. And Leland is doing horrible. Leland, this is one of the worst games I've ever seen. He's at a 6% right now. Absolutely not balling. But we absolutely love to hang out and watch sports together. So what are we going to do wrong? That was the worst sentence ever. Here I am trying to segue from things. And I'm like, yeah. And then we all love sports. Shout out to us. Tennessee and Iowa State are going at it right now. Iowa State is absolutely balling on Tennessee State. This team looks very, very good. Alabama and Hofstra are knotted up, brother. Wait a second. 35, 30, 72? What happened? Oh, yeah. We're good. Utah State and Villanova have just tipped. And right now, as we speak, Miami, Ohio, and Tennessee are about to tip. We do think Miami of Ohio is going to win this game. We do think Miami of Ohio is going to win this game. I don't care about the points. I don't care about the plus 11. All I care about in this game is Miami of Ohio winning the basketball game. That's what we got there. Like I said, I also think Utah State is going to win by 3 or more points. But we're going to be locked in on Alabama Hofstra coming out of half. Right now, I'm locking in with you guys on Utah and Villanova. Here's the most annoying thing. Is Miami, Ohio going to win, Zach? Yes. Yes, Swaggy. Yes, that's what I have. Rally Cap Sports is in here, my guy. Ohio, OHIO, the real Ohio school is Miami. OH, not OSU. You know, that's a great segue for us. It's a fantastic segue for us. Do you guys, let me know, do you want a game on the screen right here? Do you want a game cast of a game that's going on the screen here? Or do you want, or if not, I just can go full screen me. It's either a game or full screen me. Yes. Nick Wright. Oh, that was a break. That was a break. Let me know if you guys want game change. But right now, I'm just going to have this game on until Alabama and Hofstra come out of the halftime, essentially. We'll punch in a little bit for you guys in the back. There we go. Beautiful. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like to dribble up and down the court. Rally Cap says, as a Michigan fan, I'm happy they lost yesterday. I'm happy for you, brother. I will say I will be going full screen if I have a clip. But as of now, I'm just rocking with it. Like I said, in about 45 minutes, Tony Casillas will be joining us for a 15-minute Tony's Take. After that, I'm going to be going for a little 5-minute break, and then I'm going live on TikTok. Absolutely going to have a great time today as Utah State continues to roll. Shout out everybody who has Utah State in the bracket. Can we see what the winners got? I'm going to put this down here. Sorry, fellas. Oh, circumcision. Circumcision. So right now, Andres is in the lead. We all need Andres to lose right now. Andres has Villanova over Utah State. Andres has Villanova over Utah State, so we'll be hoping Utah State gets the win. Sorry, Andres. Let's see what else he has. He's obviously got Bama. Andres also had Texas Tech, so he got that win. He has Iowa, and he has Virginia. He already had Virginia, sorry. He's got Tennessee in the Miami, Ohio, Tennessee game. So that can be where some of the discrepancies are found. Andres absolutely crushing it, bro. You are awesome. All right, XD, see you in a bit, bro. See you in a bit. Day 1, March Madness. Shout out to everybody who got to enjoy it. Yeah, I know some of you had to work. I did as well during the day, but luckily I'm able to work from right here on my editing job, and I'm able to watch basketball while I do it. It's the best thing in the world. It's the best. Thursday, Friday are like 2 of the best days in sports, but then Saturday, Sunday are like, obviously it's half the amount of games, but they're evenly spaced out to a point. I gotta stop burping. I gotta stop. I don't even know where the burps don't even come from my stomach anymore. They come from like my throat. Utah State up 7 early on Villanova, balling out. Shout out to them. Every year March Madness rolls around and everyone gets so excited to fill out a bracket and to test their fate against everyone in their office and root for the champion and throw their money on a pile of burning rubble. But then it actually happens, right? We talk about March Madness for so long. I was very tired. XD said, before I leave, I already know my bracket is cooked. I made it while I was very tired, and I chose Howard over Michigan. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because you were tired. Rest in peace. Get some rest, XD. XD won the NFL playoff bracket, though. He had a perfect playoff bracket. So he is a absolute beast when it comes to picking sports. Just maybe not in March. I always get so excited for March Madness. I get so excited for the games. I get so excited for the bracket. So excited to just talk about it with people. It's almost like the first 4 days, everyone's kind of watching and doing the same thing. No matter who you text, they're in the know of what's going on as Villanova hits a big 3. But then it actually happens. But then we actually get the games. There's one part of the excitement that leading up to it is such a fun time. Just the pure joy and the elation. You know when you're like so hungry, I have a better example. It involves beer, though, and a lot of you have never had beer before. But like on driving home and there's traffic is the worst thing in the world, right? But driving home on a Friday when there's traffic, it's not as bad, dude. It's not nearly as bad because you're looking forward to something. You're looking forward to the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. You're looking forward to the thing. My example with beer was like, bro, driving kind of stinks sometimes. You have a 30-minute drive in traffic, that kind of stinks. But a 30-minute drive in traffic on the way to the bar is not so bad because you're about to have a cold one. You're about to have a cold one. I have no idea where I was going to go at this point at all. It was going to relate to March Madness somehow. Somehow is going to, but I have no idea. Can I remember? No. We watch any games in the Discord? Dude, absolutely. We're doing we've been chatting it up, hanging out, if that's what you mean. If it's not what you mean, then I don't know what you mean. If you don't know, now you know. Someone finished the sentence. Big 2 right there from Utah State, 22-13. Still a 9-point lead. 12 minutes left in the first half. Does anybody get caught up on the first half and the first quarter thing? Hofstra and Alabama are back. Alabama has taken a lead early in this game. They've gone up to a 43-35 lead, and Iowa State's 2 points away from going up 20 on Tennessee State. Hofstra had a great first half, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to finish this thing out. They're already down a quick 8. What was the first half score? What was the score at halftime? Alabama was up 4 at the half. Alabama was up 2 at the half. Now they're up a real quick 8. Alabama's on a 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Alabama out here balling out. Alabama out here ripping, dude. This is probably going to be our closest game of the day. Not of the day. Of the current show. Today is one of those days, dude. I've lost my mind. I'm off my rocker. I'm completely in a different planet. I know the phone lines do say closed, but the phone lines are officially open. Anybody wants to call in and talk basketball, you are absolutely welcome. Broadcast in the Discord. I don't even know what that means, Andres. Does that mean like a live watch along? I don't think I'm going to do that in the Discord. Not tonight, at least. Maybe someday. Maybe one day. Let's get into the games, dude. Let's get into the games. March is so awesome because it always happens, dude. It shows up. We talk and we fill out our brackets and we say who's going to win and who's going to lose and who's going to get upset. But then we actually get to see it all unfold before our very eyes. Before we know it, we're caught in a hurricane of half-court heaves, buzzer beater threes. This game, this tournament, these kids. The first 4 days of Madness are the greatest 4 days in all of sports. And boy, oh boy, day 1 started with a banger and a half, dude. Just like today, the 9:15 or the 12:15 East Coast game, an electric banger. Today was Kentucky and, oh my gosh, and Santa Clara. I had Santa Clara in that game. That one stung for me, but Kentucky came out on top. Yesterday, it was the 9 and the 8 seeds. It was Ohio State and TCU. It was an awesome start to March Madness, bro. Awesome start watching Ohio State lose to TCU. If you don't love watching Ohio State lose close games in March, I'm just convinced you don't love college sports. I'm going to say it again for the one time. For the one time, Paprika. If you don't like watching Ohio State lose games in March, I don't think you like watching college hoops. It's awesome. Ohio State is one of those schools that, like, collectively as a unit, as a squad, we're just like, nah, they suck, I hate them. We have disdain in our heart towards Ohio State for purpose and reason, ultimately because they're so dominant, which is very frustrating. But whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, whether it's hockey, watching Ohio State lose is awesome. Shout out to us. My brother Andres, how are you doing, bro? Let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
Andres from Panama City, Panama. How are you doing?
Andres is calling in from Panama. I'm doing good, bro. I'm just enjoying I'm enjoying some of the basketball. How about you?
Just enjoying the fact that somehow I have made a decent bracket. It was all on vibes.
Yeah, so Andres, you are in first place right now in our bracket challenge. Was there any advice that you had going into it? Was there any games you had circled, or were you just let it rip?
It was 3 minutes of vibes. Literally, I just went through and said, let me just pick some of the Texas teams over, the favorite BYU, and literally, like, there was not much more to it. I told my girlfriend, like, I really want to participate to help out the people and like to have more people. And it's like, I don't know how I'm first at the moment, so.
You popped in because you're like, hey, I'll try it out. I haven't watched much basketball. Now you're in first place on your way to winning $100. You picked some good upsets too. You had Texas over BYU, like you mentioned. You didn't just go chalk. Like you had some good picks in there.
I think A&M was another one that was an upset, or it looked like an upset. So I thought, I just it was all full on vibes. I'm like, those were schools in the Big 12 whenever I used to watch more basketball, and I was like, yeah. TCU over Ohio State.
Yeah, you had VCU in there. Obviously, you had Texas A&M over St. Mary's. You had Kentucky early in the day. You obviously had Michigan. You had St. Louis. Oh, you missed out on St. Louis. You had Georgia winning that game. And then you had Texas over BYU. Yeah, man, you're having a great tournament so far. It feels good, huh?
Yeah, I still have picks that has made it, so we can still score some points in the second round. So, it's looking decent.
It seems like right now your entire Sweet 16 is still intact, which is where exactly you want to be. If your Elite Eight is intact through the first 4 days, you're in a very, very good spot going forward. But yeah, Andres, you're absolutely crushing it. I know it's a whole lot of money. Any idea of what you would do with the $100?
Yeah, but I'll leave it to the end. I know exactly what I'll do with it.
Okay, we have a surprise on the way from Andres. Were you able to watch any of the games yesterday or any games today?
No. Work has been really busy, but no, I just tuned in at the end of that Texas BYU, but no, I haven't watched any. I might watch our biggest rival game later, KU, but yeah.
Yes, so I'm
a K-State fan.
You're a big K-State guy. That's where you went to school, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to watch Kansas lose all together later in the evening. Yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun, dude. I'm just glad you're in the bracket. I'm glad you filled it out, and I'm glad you're number one. You're currently like 10 points ahead of my mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And she also went straight up on vibes. She did not look at anything. She just went based off vibes. And she also had Texas over BYU.
Like, Iowa State was in the Big 12. I don't know if they still are. My chemistry teacher, went to Iowa State. So that's how I ended up with Iowa State, if you were wondering.
Dude, I absolutely love it. I was wondering.
Chemistry teacher. My high school chemistry teacher, yeah.
High school chemistry went to Iowa State, and so you're like, yeah, I'm picking them.
Yep. That's awesome. How we ended up there.
Andres, that is so awesome, bro. Andres, do you like movies?
Yeah.
Are you a movie guy? Do you play video games? Like, what's your main pastime?
Video games, I do Pokemon. Then movies is, some action here and there. The John Wick's ones have been pretty good last couple of years.
Dude, speaking of in video games, I've been replaying the GTA 5 story recently, and it gets so much hate online, but it's such a blast, dude. The missions are so fun.
And then, we do some driving games, so I have like a small rig for, steering wheel, some pedals, so Gran Turismo in PS5, but
I love that. Andres, you're the absolute man. Anything else you wanted to say on your way out, brother?
No, let's see how we are by Monday. I mean, by Monday we should have a clearer picture to see.
Yeah.
If your mom get ahead.
Andres talking about my mom within the first 30 minutes of the show was not on my bingo card. Bro, thank you so much, Andres. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, have a good one.
All right, peace.
Bye-bye.
My guy, Andres. What an unbelievable start. Hofstra has made it Alabama's made it a 10-point game over Hofstra early. But yeah, like I was saying, man, watching Ohio State lose is super, super awesome. They lost in heartbreaking fashion, which is like even better for us. Having Ohio State lose in the first round of the playoffs against Indiana was awesome. Or the second round, whatever you want to say. Oh, we had a bye. Cool. Well, you watching them lose the Big Ten championship game and then lose to Miami was freaking awesome in football, and then watching them lose to TCU was even funnier. TCU had a 15-point halftime lead before losing the lead, and then rattling off a few buckets to tie the game at 61 with a minute left in the game. It's a tale of two halves, man. TCU was up big in the first half, and then absolutely fell off a cliff in the second half. Actually lost the lead to Ohio State before pulling back within 61 with a minute left in the game. Then both teams hit back-to-back threes to get the game to 64. Very, very similar to like the Kentucky and Santa Clara game that we just had, which is very interesting because they were both in the same time slot. Both teams had a couple of huge threes, and then essentially with game out at 64, Xavier Edmonds took the lead for TCU and won the game as Ohio State missed the beater. It was awesome, but it quickly got overshadowed by another team in purple, High Point. Brother, OMG. High Point ruled. Villanova is first half, 10 minutes have gone by in the first half. One quarter of this game is over. Villanova makes a three to make it a 26-20 game. Utah State up over Villanova at the moment. We also have the Hofstra Pride. Pause, dude. I didn't know their name was the Pride. I knew their logo was two lions, which makes sense, but it's the Pride, gayest team in basketball. They've only scored 4 points in the second half. They are off to a SLOW start. Oh my, they've only scored 4 points. Alabama's defense is showing up. And then Tennessee State is getting domed right now by Iowa State. They are 4 points away from a 40-point lead. It's 36-point lead. Something seriously frightening me. Big bucket for Villanova. It's now 26-22. 4-point game. Miami of Ohio and Tennessee have tipped off. Miami of Ohio is up 13-10 early on the Volunteers. One of the worst nicknames in all of college sports, the Volunteers, right? It's a, how do I put this? I am a volunteer. I'm someone who does volunteer at my church every Sunday. I give a lot of my time away. I volunteer a lot of things. I have no idea why the heck they've ever, like, anyone decided to name their team the Volunteers. Why? Do we know why? Should we look it up together? Let's look it up together. Why is Tennessee the Volunteers? Well, it's the Volunteer State. Tennessee is known as the Volunteer State, and its university teams are the Volunteers due to a long history of military service, specifically when thousands of Tennesseans volunteered to fight in the War of 1812 and the Mexican-American War. The name highlights the state's historical willingness to answer the call for troops, so they're stupid. War of 1812, the nickname was earned to win over 2,000 Bro, you named your whole state after 2,000 idiots? Just kidding. The War of 1812 wasn't even like a fight for our country. It wasn't even a noble war, was it? Oh. Villanova tips in for two. Makes it a 5-point game. They then fought. Was the War of 1812? Was that even a someone help me out with this. How do I put this? Was the War of 1812 even a noble war? Wasn't that, I know there was the French-Indian War. Wasn't the War of 1812 like France and Britain? Wasn't it mainly fought in Canada? I'm very confused by this. If someone is able to do some research on the War of 1812 and then call into the show and give us a 5-minute thing on the War of 1812, that'd be huge. And if not, I totally love you. The Mexican-American War, they sent 30,000 men. Okay. 30,000 men, now you can be the Volunteers. But it was in the early 1900s when the University of Tennessee athletic teams adopted the Volunteers nickname. They were the Vols. There were the Vols and the Lady Vols. Their well-known moniker. Moniker is one of my favorite words. Villanova, big shot, 4-point game. Utah State passing it around. There's a 3 off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Villanova. Villanova's got the ball. 6 minutes left in the first half. Down 4. They drive the paint, and there's a foul. 2 free throws for Villanova. Oh, that's the longest shot of all time. Did you guys see that? That was us versus British second independence war. That's right. Thank you for saying us, Andres. You and me. My girlfriend is an art curator. She's an encyclopedia of information. She sounds cool. She sounds cooler than my girlfriend. Mine is non-existent. Mine doesn't even exist. Mine is in the ether somewhere far, far away. On a galaxy far, far away, Zac finds love.com. I've realized I'm not going to be able to be married ever if I continue to do this show. It's quite a moral conundrum. I can either continue to do this show and ball out as hard as I possibly can, or get married and have kids. There is no in between. There is no way I'm going to be able to have both. Just kidding. I'm going to make it happen. I can make anything happen. She used to work in a cool museum in LA, and then she moved here. Was it the MoCA? Was it the Museum of Contemporary Arts? Or was it the Getty? If she worked at the Getty, she is so sick. The Getty is my favorite museum in the universe. Even though the British Museum was pretty cool. Actually, my favorite museum in the world are the Smithsonian's. I don't even know if they all count. If I had to choose one, the Museum of Natural Sciences at the Smithsonian. Shout out to them. Or the Air and Space Museum, the Air and Space Smithsonian is also awesome. Ohio, Miami of Ohio needs to ball out. Come on, guys. Figure it out. Iowa Clemson does not tip off until what time? 3. We got about 2 hours till Iowa versus Clemson should all go according to plan, which is actually perfect for us. Clearly, you've never been to the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum. Clearly not. The Talking Balls guy. But I have seen the Cliffs of Moher, if that matters at all. What does the Cliffs of Moher have to do with the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum? I don't know. Absolutely nothing. You know what? Look it up. Ulster Folk and Trans People. It is a museum in Northern Ireland. Oh, the North. I wasn't able to visit the North. I did not feel like going back into the UK. All of my British pounds remained in me. All my pounds remained in my bag. I had to use all my euros when I was in Dublin on the paddy wagon, heading west to the Cliffs of Moher. It was a beautiful day, too. I'm back and I'm locked. Yes, sir. It was windy. It was. The Ulster Folk Museum in Northern Ireland. This is the most Irish-looking house ever. It's that house like you stumble across, you're like sick, and you're like on the road for whatever reason, you don't have a car. And like before you can even knock on the door, someone's like, "Hello, can we help you?" "Oh, yes, I'm very hurt. I'm very sick." Where is this? How north are we talking? I didn't know this before I went to Ireland. Oh, we're in Belfast. Is there a train that goes from Belfast to there's nothing over here. Never mind. What's the point? I didn't know this, but Northern Ireland is a different country from Ireland. They have different currency. They have different everything. That's your house. Let's do a home and home, dude. I would love to be on your guys' show or do some clips together or something like that. Or a segment. I don't know. Hit me, DM me on Instagram. Let's figure something out. You guys seem like cool dudes. You guys have nice clips too. Dude, look at these places. This is the most Irish. Ireland is the most Irish thing in the whole world. Bray. Oh, yes, we vacationed in Bray, south of Dublin. Take the M11 down to Wicklow. Crossing on to the Rathcoole. In the Carlow. In the Port Louis. Mount Mellick. Port Ellington. Kildare. Arthey, Stadbally, Castlegumma, Ballyragget. Bro, you guys can't even see this, can you? What kind of balls talk? Look at this place, Ballyraggett. And Ballyatona. Finnan, Janeville, Toormore, Torbeg, Dorigmore, Parks Grove. Parks Grove sounds like a suburban spot in Southern California. Or like Utah. Dude, Ballyraggett? Imagine being born and raised in Ballyraggett. My friend Mark Hay was born and raised in Cork. Hey, he's from Cork. Here's Cork. These are the Cliffs of Moher. This is where I was. The Trally. Listowel. Man. Cork. Kilkenny. Cashel. Limerick. Hey, Gliz. What was it you were in Ireland for? I went to Manchester for an Oasis concert. Villanova just knotted it up 31 apiece. I went to Manchester for an Oasis concert, and me and my little brother made a little bit of a trip out of it. So we went to Lisbon before the show, and then went to Manchester, and then we finished our trip over in Dublin. Just do 2 days in Dublin, and just explore the Irish countryside, which is what we did. It was awesome. It was raining the whole time in Dublin, but once we got to the Cliffs of Moher, it was very nice and beautiful and bright and shiny. Oh my. Oh me. Oh my. Tennessee has taken quite a lead. Oh crap. 23-15 is an 8-point lead with 11 minutes left in the first half. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not good for Veenie, but we fight and we try. It makes me sad. But we move on. We move on. The game of the day yesterday for me. After one team in purple dominated TCU over Ohio State, quickly, the other purple team said, hold my beer, brother. Hold my beer. Everything turned mad. As March finally turned mad with High Point pulling up the upset against Wisconsin. I love High Point's coach. Did you guys see High Point's coach? I got to show you this dude. This is like, how do I put this? This guy is so like, they didn't believe in us. They never believed in us. They thought we were going to lose by 1 million. And here we are. What is it called? What's that called? It's like a dude who, he's so like manufacturing hate, right? He knows that they are Cinderella, that they are everything. He knows that High Point is the belle of the ball right now. They're the lady of the dance. They're the one that everyone wants to take home for just like to hang out. Fully clothed. They are the team that everybody loves, but he has to manufacture this whole hate thing. It's so fake, but it's so awesome because you could tell he actually believes that he's crazy.
Your first NCAA tournament game, Coach Klayman.
It looks pretty obvious to me that high majors need to play mid-majors during the season because they said we ain't.
Couldn't be closer to this guy. This is makeout territory. Neither guy has to move very far to start macking. They can just lean in 2 degrees and be lip to lip, locked up, tongue wrestling on the middle of the court. Going full gay at a basketball game. Coach High Point? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Coach High Point? I'm going to lower the soundboard. Is it too loud, guys? Flynn Klayman. First of all, if my name was Flynn, I would never let anybody know. The only like popular Flynn I've ever known of in my life is Walter White's retarded son. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Walter Jr. The most annoying part is the character is obviously not mentally incapacitated. It's more of a physical issue with Walt Jr., but the kid acts I mean, I want to hang out with Lewis. It's because of the speech impediment. But all that kid wanted was breakfast, hanging out with Lewis. Also, he was such a pussy in the end. If my dad was like, "Hey, I'm a meth kingpin," remember at the very end, he's like, "Yeah." I can't do the voice without sounding horrible. I can't do the voice without sounding absolutely horrible. What up, Work with G? Woo Pig Suey. That's Arkansas, baby. That's Arkansas. But yeah, Flynn Klayman is the head coach at High Point. Like I said, the only Flynn I've ever known about outside of Walter White's retarded son.
Nobody. We played some.
so close they could make out.
Your first NCAA tournament game, Coach Klayman.
It looks pretty obvious to me that high majors need to play mid-majors during the season because they said we ain't played nobody. We played somebody now.
He thought it was going to end right there. He thought it was going to end right there. We played somebody now. He dropped the mic. And then this smiling dude. This guy's face is so flat right now. Who is this guy? Why is he smiling so much? I just don't like anything about him. He dyes his hair. You can tell.
Play nobody. We play
this guy wishes he had my haircut.
somebody now.
How'd you do it?
Worst follow-up question ever. How'd you do it?
Feels unreal.
Didn't hear the question. Feels good. He's like, well, no. Hey, it's pretty clear that high majors need to play mid-majors. Hey, it's pretty clear high majors need to play mid-majors because they said we didn't play anybody. We just played someone now. Drops the mic, and then the guy goes, how'd you do it? And he said, it feels good.
Because I know how good of a team we had. It feels unreal. Because I know. They said we ain't played nobody. We played somebody now.
Mic drop.
How'd you do it?
Feels unreal.
Oh!
Because I know how good of a team we had. But nobody would play us. Just like they wouldn't play Miami, Ohio.
The dude from Tangled is Flynn? What dude? The guy with the swords pointed at him? Like Kevin Durant's profile picture guy?
Play us in this tournament.
Coach, you were down by 10 early on. What changed?
We just settled in. We settled in.
Trying so hard to get his team not... Oh, dude, this guy's so sick.
We just settled in.
The hand. Hey, guys, stop. There's 19 of them.
We settled in. We got a hell of a team.
They're just attacking their coach. This is so cool. This is what March is all about, man. And then Coach Flynn, Coach Klayman had this to say after the game once his thoughts became a little bit more clear. Flynn Rider? I don't know who that is. Top 5 most famous Flynns? Top 5 Flynns? Ranking all Flynns? Skylanders, what is that? Flynn Rider, the charming thief from Disney's Tangled. Captain Flynn, the bombastic, boom-loving pilot from the Skylanders video game series. Earl Flynn, yeah, the legendary Hollywood swashbuckler actor. That is his last name, though. Flynn Carson, the main character from the Librarian movie franchise. Everybody knows the Librarian movie. What the heck is the Librarian movie? Is this one of those horrible, like, action films? Oh, this looks horrible. 2004, not rated. Can we get a trailer real fast? Can we get a trailer? Send you a message on Insta in case I forgot. It's beer o'clock. Dude, get after it, bro. Yeah, let's talk soon. An innocent woman is betrayed. What the hell are we watching? By her jealous sister accusing her of shaming the family. What is this? Leading to a traditional ritual at the hands of her father? Why are there no words? Who believes she betrayed his name? An honor killing. Legal murder. Water. Purity. A powerful story that grabs you by the lapels and doesn't let go, from Brad Butler. Light of the Desert. Is this a commercial for a book? But Nora survives. This is the most AI horrible crap in the world. This is a truck trailer, yeah. My buddy Frank in Florida was telling me how he uses those for the gators. What? Arabian women? Traveling around the world in hiding. Haunted by a dangerous man. Hunted. Who discovered she is still alive. With a vow to bring her to justice. Only courage and forgiveness will save her. Only fans will save her. This is horrible. Does this make you want to read this book? Oh, now I want to read it. Now I want to read it. They should have just told me author was a bad. You should have just told me Author was a Baddie. Villanova is taking the lead. They're up 2 over Utah State. Utah State did just hit a free throw, though. It's a 1-point lead for Villanova. The heck is this? LucettWalters.com? Do you think your website is popping off right now? LucettWalters.com. Safari can't find server. All right. Sorry, Lucette. Love you, girl. Love you, Shoddy. Tennessee is up 9 now on Miami of Ohio. Alabama. 8-point game. Alabama and Hofstra Pride. We're probably going to turn this one on in just a second as Utah State continues to struggle. They have the ball, though, against Villanova. Driving. Passing out to the 3. 12 sets of screen. 3. Ball goes up. Brick City. Iowa State's going to win the game. Iowa State's going to win the basketball game. The big one we have right now, Alabama only up 8 on Hofstra. A lot of people were talking about Hofstra. We even had a kid call into the show and say that he picked Hofstra in his Final Four, and error occurred. Oh yeah, I forgot. True TV can go absolutely blow up and die. How do you do Harikari? I need True TV to. I need the CEO of True TV to find a very, very tall building and jump. Not for any other reason besides it just, he's ruining my day. He's ruining my life. He's ruining everything about what I want and my joy and my pride. This is what I want to do for a living. I want to be this guy. How do we do this? I think I could be him. Dude, I was hanging out with my friends Franklin, Trevor, and Michael last night. Dude, we got into some shenanigans, bro. We had a crazy night. I'm surprised I'm even doing this show, bro. Bro, they could turn around True TV if they gave you a show. Absolutely. Imagine True TV is the first linear television network to provide TBWZ with a show. I would be providing them with a show, to be honest with you. Put me on Fox. Put me on CBS. That's part of phase 3. We're currently in phase 2 right now. I think UCLA will win the madness. Dude, you know what? Gliz, that's entirely possible. We're about 12 minutes away from Tony Casillas. I do have some more on High Points, but we are getting a phone call right now. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, what's up? My name is Andre from Maine.
What is it? From where?
Maine, United States.
You're breaking up pretty bad.
Sorry. I'm from Maine.
You're from Maine.
States.
Nice. Oh,
Andre.
from the United States. Andre, what part of Maine are you from?
Yes, sir.
Hello, brother.
Yo, what's up?
We're having trouble hearing you. What part of Maine are you from?
The northern part.
All right. Well, you're lying about where you're from, brother, so we're going to hang up. That is tough, dude. The northern part. The northern part. Where are you from? Maine. Oh yeah, really? What part? The northern part? They have great lobsters up in Maine. Yeah, not very nice women. Just kidding. Shout out to the women of Maine. I will say though, being like born and raised in Southern California does skew your experiences of the clientele of the rest of the world, if you know what I mean. If you can pick up what I'm putting down. That dude was so scared to call in too. There are two kinds of Andres. There are ones like Andres and there are ones like Andre, who Andres knows where he's from, knows his story well. Then there's guys like Andre from Maine, quote unquote, that don't know what is happening in their world, in their I don't know. Miami, Ohio is pissing me off right now, making me so upset. I backed this team. I said they were good. I picked them in my bracket. And then they're treating me like crap. French and African Americans. What are we talking about? Two Andres. There's French Andres and then there's African American Andres. Yeah, white and black Andres, like what I like to call them. White and European. I am not the biggest fan of Europeans anymore. Just kidding. Not really. I was never a fan of Europeans. There's some Europeans I like. For me, people in Ireland are not European. People in the UK are not European. There's Irish people and there's English people. Everyone in the UK is English, including the Northern Islanders. The Northern Islanders are UK. They're English. And including Wales, Glasgow, all those people. I'm not calling you Glasgowian, right? We're getting another call from a scary phone number. It's all these same guys. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Tyler again. Shut the
What's
fuck up, dude.
Okay. That person just got blocked. I wonder if there's any dual sports players in the madness. Interesting. Like guys who are playing both football and basketball. Block. Hey, whoever's calling right now, the 631 number ending in 67, you've been blocked, brother. Congratulations, you're out. You're never calling into the show ever again. Joke's on me, though. The half has ended with Utah State and Villanova. Villanova's going into the half with a 2-point lead over Utah State. As Alabama and Hofstra, boy, oh boy hole. What? If you want to pay the troll, if you want to cross, wait. You got to pay the troll toll to get into this boys hole. That's what it is. That's what it is. We are 7 minutes away from a date with Tony Casillas. I just wanted to, Doc. We met the High Point coach. They're a perfect team for a Cinderella run. They have the perfect name, the perfect colors. You know, the name High Point. It's got a Cinderella ring to it. It's unbelievable. It's so good. There's the student radio of High Point was at the game doing their own student broadcast for the student run radio program at High Point. Dog, you gotta watch this. This is the best video from the tournament so far.
Driving, step back. In circles now. Johnson catch and shoot. That's what they needed. Timeout. Portland. Do you believe it? Go. Here comes Johnson. The layup.
Wow. To take the lead.
Takes it in bounds. 9 seconds. Boyd wants it inside. Drive. 6 seconds. Block. And Boyd, they launch down court. Anderson gets it. Throw on the glass slipper. It's a Cinderella story.
Wow.
Portland, Oregon. For the first time in program history. High Point breaks through. We will see you in the round of 32.
Put on the glass zipper. Zipper. Bro, for the first time in program history, High Point breaks through. We will see you all at the round of 32. Wow! That kid is awesome. That kid was on fire. They went down in the second half and battled all the way back to take the lead and ultimately win the game. They were down 10 points at one point in the second half as Alabama's up 7 right now on Hofstra. Hofstra, long 2, brick, rebound, Alabama. Chase Johnston was the hero in this one. He made a fast break layup. That 631 number, I'm not taking calls right now. Chase Johnston was the hero in this one as he made a fast break layup, take the lead with 11.7 seconds left on the clock. It was the kid's first 2-point field goal the entire season. The first 2-point field goal the entire season for this kid. That's Cinderella stuff right there. After the game, Johnston said, just to be on this stage and play a game like this, something you dream about. I remember playing basketball with my brother in the backyard, one-on-one. We had our own little brackets, picking what teams we wanted to be and trying to win March Madness. Such a lie. Johnston said, and now to be on this stage with these guys and being able to hit a couple of shots and finish the layup, it's just something I'll never forget. No. It's so awesome, dude. Like, it's what March is all about. Is a kid like Chase Johnston, who hasn't hit a 2 all year, ends up hitting the game-winning 2 for his team. A team in High Point that's never been to the round of 32. A team in High Point that's never done anything substantial in the dance. A team that's never been this far. It's so awesome, dude. Everyone wants to be High Point, dude. Every team wants to be High Point. But no team wants to be Wisconsin. Oh, boy. To be Wisconsin, man. You're going into this tournament as the 5 seed in a Big Ten that's all caught up to you. This is Wisconsin. This is a school that used to be very, very good in basketball. And in the last few years have not been anything that special. I haven't seen a Wisconsin team in basketball and been like, dude, this team is dominant. I believe in Wisconsin. If anything, every single year I'm picking them to get upset. This year I did not. This year I thought they were actually decent. I thought they played a lot of good competition in the Big Ten. They were a good team. Turns out I was wrong. And now as a 12 seed, High Point gets a pretty decent game coming up here on Saturday. The games on Saturday are awesome. Alabama's now up 8 points with 4 minutes left in the quarter. We got about 3 minutes till Tony Casillas. I'm going to take a call. What is up, brother? What's up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Zach. I'm from Long Island.
OMG. Did you watch the Long Island game?
No, I didn't. I was sleeping.
You were asleep?
Yeah, I'm not feeling too great.
At 3 p.m. you were sleeping?
Yeah, I'm like a little late over. I had a flight.
Do you spell it Z-A-C-H or Z-A-C-K?
C-K.
Oh, you spell it like Zach. That's pretty cool. Well, bro, you're calling in the show. What do you want to talk about?
I wanted to say, like, free Andrew Rizzi.
Tennessee is up big right now in Miami of Ohio. It's a 14-point lead with 4 minutes left in the first half. Wow. Unreal what's happening right now. I really did think Miami of Ohio was going to come out and win this game. I look like an absolute idiot right now. I look like a fool. Utah State and Villanova is still at the half as of right now. But we continue to roll and we continue to rock. Dear Jesus, please help me. Please, 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 please. Turning inspection right now, right? Bad if they charge you, let me know. I got my security deposit all the way back from my apartment, guys. That is the news of the day for me, for Veenie, for us, for everybody in betweeny. Yes. I've got notes on all of the games for yesterday. I've got notes on NBA. I do have an updated MVP. His name is Luka. It ends in Doncic. Shout out to us. Luka Doncic is my new MVP. By far. I'm going to get to my take about Luka being the MVP. There's a moment where the games kind of settle before the third slot. Because there's 4 slots basically in March Madness. There's the early slot. Then there's the slot 2, which we're kind of in the middle of right now, and each have 4 games on the first 4 days. 4, 4, 4, 4. Call me Wendy's boy, because I got that 4 for 4. Oh! I mean, dude, sometimes, bro. Sometimes I'm on a different level. And it's hard for people to even understand. Oh no, I've got everything mixed up. Everything is wrong. Select a speaker, Scarlett. Select a microphone, Scarlett. Unblur the background. Close that window. Backgrounds, unblurred. Start meeting. Tony Casillas is hopping on with us in just a moment, brother. And he's coming from Germany. Admit. Here we go. Guys, I know it's March. I know we've had a great time, but we do, of course, get to be graced by the lovely presence of our favorite comedian in the world. Veenies, weenies, everything in between. He's giving up for Tony Casillas.
What's up? What is up, Vuji boy? How are you doing?
Tony, I'm doing great, man. We're in the middle of March, bro. I'm having a great time enjoying March.
You like March? Why do you like March?
Because March Madness.
It's a little mad.
Hey!
It's a little crazy.
It's a little mad.
How's Tony, your bracket doing?
I'm doing good. I'm in like third place. My mom is currently in second place of the TBWZ bracket.
Really?
Yeah, she's in second place.
So if she wins, you have to give your mom. If she wins, you have to give your mom $100.
Yeah, she has to pay herself $100.
I hope your mom wins.
Me too.
That would be so funny.
It would be funny. And then in first place is Andres. Go on.
She should beat you, and then she should get to host the show for a week.
Dude, she'd be good for like 10 minutes. And then I'm convinced.
Honestly, I think the show would skyrocket. Because we have enough male sports analogies yapping. But what about we need a mom talking about sports.
We do.
But it was like taking them to baseball practice, and I was like, oh great, my son has no talent, but I still got to take him.
I wonder how many parents.
Imagine that mom. The mom that knows their kid isn't going to go pro and still has to take him to like basketball practice. That's a real trooper.
I wonder at what age you realize your kid's not very like good at sports.
I think you give it a season and you go, if he like gets a little better, then you're like, okay, we'll keep doing it. But if it like stays the same or like gets worse, you're just like, shit, but he likes it.
One season, Tony? You're pulling the leash really quick.
You got to get better. My thing is, you got to improve. Like if you start the season off, you can barely hit the ball. And then by the end of the season, you're hitting. You got like a solo in, or you got a double. Hey, you got a little better. We're doing it again. But if by the end of the season the bat's just flying out of your hand, I'm like, you're done, kiddo. Baseball ain't for you.
Yeah, you need to work on your grip. Tony, are you wearing a bomber jacket? You look fly right now.
I got it in Germany. It's a little European.
It is a little European. You just got back from Germany. Yeah. XD1 is in the chat saying he just watched your new video on TikTok. Someone put their wiener in an electrical socket? ?
Yeah. Oh, it was like a bit I did about how Germans, because they have socialized healthcare, they act so reckless. They like cross the street without looking both ways. I saw a guy stick his dick in the electrical socket. I said, why? And he goes, I just wanted to see what would happen. You know, it's just silly little thing I did.
Dude, so first of all, why were you in Germany? Second of all, how was Germany?
I went because my family lives out there. My mom lives out there. And then my grandpa and he's like getting old, so I wanted to go. He asked me to come visit him before he passes and stuff.
Yeah.
So we just hung out at my grandpa's like little 250 people village for 10 days.
Wow.
It's gorgeous. I hiked every morning. It was actually like mentally was amazing. Just hiked, wrote in the woods. There's something about riding while a fox is just looking at you, deciding how he's gonna eat you. He's gonna eat you with a little barbecue sauce, or he's gonna eat you with a little teriyaki. And
I've always found that like my writing gets a lot better if there's a presence of moss in the area. If I'm just like in a wooded area that's also like dark enough to grow bacteria, it's like a good place to fester ideas and to write.
Is that why your old apartment had like fungus? That's when you came up with this show idea, because the fungus just like warped your mind, and you're like,
And then right when I moved out, I got a bunch of clarity, and I'm like, what am I doing? But I'm too far into it.
What if I fought kids about LeBron James?
Dude, I posted 4 times in a row about LeBron James, like, ready for war. Yeah. And, like, I think I need to rile up the LeBron James sucks people a little bit more because they seem slightly defeated.
Yeah, I think it's over because I think what he's doing, it's like you really can't say he sucks.
No.
Especially what he's doing, and like I don't know. He's pretty great. He's like he's likable. Like because Jordan wasn't that likable.
Jordan was a nasty guy.
Yeah, he was an asshole. His teammates didn't really like him. It seems like everybody in the league likes him. You see him like with. I saw a video and it made me tear up. It was a kid that just goes, Mr. James, can you sign my shoes? And then he like was walking away and he goes, please. And then LeBron goes, okay, because you said please. And he like ran over there. I was like, he seems like a great guy.
He seems awesome. It's like just because the kid said please. Also, LeBron, I heard this, and you could probably attest to this. Someone told me long ago that you stop aging the minute you get famous. Like, you stop kind of growing. Right? Think of it like you become famous, and, like, that's kind of a calling card from society and from, like, the greater people that, like, hey, you are good the way that you are right now. We like you in your present state. So often when people get famous, whatever age they are, they kind of stop growing and stop aging because they're like...
That's why Leo only fucks 20-year-olds, is because he got famous in his 20s, and he's like, this is all I know.
Exactly right, and that's why LeBron James is a child and lies a lot and can't really read books because he got famous when he was 16 years old. He's still basically a teenager.
You walk in his room and he just has crusty socks.
Yeah,
his wife is like, "Do you want to sleep with me?" And she goes, "Ew, you have cuties." And then he's like,
no,
ew. I'm gonna put in my sock.
Dude, 16-year-old LeBron James.
Can I tell you something I did in Germany a lot?
I want to hear about your whole Germany trip.
My Opa loves soccer, and I'm a soccer fan as well. So we watched a lot of Bundesliga and Champions League soccer.
There we go.
And it was just so fun because I hadn't watched soccer in a minute just because I've been busy and the time differences can be hard to like catch up on all the games.
Absolutely.
But dude, because the NBA gets shit on for like the flopping, brother. In soccer, it is 100 times worse.
Yeah.
A guy will get like his little toe stepped on, and then he'll fall to the ground and give like a Daniel Day-Lewis acting performance. Like he just saw his wife get shot in the face. He's crying, rolling over, and then they get the penalty, and then he stands up and he's just like, "I'm good." Yeah. It's like crazy.
He goes full Lincoln. Who was that in the background of the shot?
That was the ghost of the comedy mothership. His name is Friedrich.
Oh, nice.
Get away, Friedrich.
You watched a lot of soccer on the tube, hanging out with Opa and with everybody over there. What's the part of Germany that when you come home you're like, oh gosh, thank God I don't have to deal with this anymore? Like every European country has something awful about it. For me, it's the electrical outlets are terrible everywhere you go, and the caps on water bottles stay attached to the bottle. They stay attached
now because
get out of here.
It's because my buddy put this perfectly. He's German. He goes, Germany's trying to solve the environmental issues, but they don't realize that, hey, if everybody else doesn't do it, the world will still burn. It's not like the whole world is gonna burn and then Germany's gonna be alone in space just guiding through. You should have done what we did. It's like, hey, what's the point? Also, the cap isn't saving anybody.
No. It's like when I think about the environmental things that we're doing here in America to like help the environment, every time I do something like recycle, I'm like, oh good, but then I remember India exists.
Yeah.
And there's like there's a billion people in India just throwing their trash on the street and then burning it.
Yeah, they're just shitting in a lake and also bathing in that lake.
Yeah, and then China exists too.
One thing that was like annoying but funny was they have this new rating system on the food to say how nutritional, like the value. So it'd be like a 5 will
nutritious,
be green.
I think it's the word you were looking for.
Very nutritious, and then a 1 is bad. And so they had like these pizza rolls, and it was a 1, and it's like, hey man, I'm already eating pizza rolls. You don't gotta tell me it's bad.
Dude, also, like what is everything that's a 1 is gonna taste good.
Yeah.
But the odds of something being a 5 and tasting good are like 10%, but everything that's a 1 is batting 1,000.
Also, one thing though that I found out, the chips out there, they have the Doritos nacho cheese, and they had a 3 or 4 because they don't use like artificial food dye. And brother, I gotta say, they kind of slap.
Really? I thought the dye was gonna make them taste way better.
I did too, and I thought it was gonna. Honestly, I was like, they were like a little pale, and I was like, I like my chips really orange. Like I like my nacho chips like my president, orange.
Paprika.
Yeah. But I tried them, and honestly, they're not as strong, but they kind of kick ass, and I kind of love them.
Dude, that sounds so good. But they were pale. They were almost brown.
Yeah. Can I tell you one thing that did annoy me though? Is that everybody that found out I was American, these Germans, they have this attitude like they didn't do World War II, because they're like, oh, you're American? Wow, you have like a Hitler-like dictator now with Trump.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not a big Trump guy. I don't like the guy. I think he's doing a lot of messed up stuff, and I think he's fueled by hate. But also, if you have to compare our guy to your guy's still worse.
Yeah, your guy was burning Jews alive.
Yeah,
which
6 million.
I feel like Hitler has a better Q score in America than he does in Germany at the moment, though.
Oh, yeah, but it's like crazy. They'd go, oh, you're American? Haha. And they would laugh, and I go, you still did the Holocaust.
You did the Holocaust, and there's people here who still wish it happened. It happened in Germany. Where the camp was Auschwitz in Germany? That's a bad question. Like
no, most of the camps were outside because they didn't want the German people to know.
Yeah, they had that offshore.
Yeah, they did it in like Poland. It was offshore. Yeah. Offsite. They did Poland. Czech Republic was a lot.
Doing it having base camp offsite is so funny.
They're like, hey, we can't. They were like, this is so sad.
It is so sad.
I don't want to wake up, get my morning strudel, and then look and just hear screams. Like, imagine getting your morning strudel and then just hear. It's dude, not fun.
Getting morning strudel at all just sounds delicious, dude. Tony, I know you only got a couple minutes because you got to get working. You're at the mothership in Austin, Texas.
I can stay 10 more minutes. I'm good.
I just need your advice on something.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm literally at war right now with a group of 15-year-olds from Long Island, and I don't know what to do about it. It's actually not funny. It's actually horrible.
Okay, what happened? So,
I'll just do this full history, and so all the guys who are watching this right now, can hear it as well. Not on Monday, maybe on Monday, some kid named Andrew Rizzi, and I'm first name last naming him because he did it himself. Called. Is he
related to the Rizzler?
I think I did ask that.
Okay.
because great minds think alike. He gave me like a couple takes on sports or whatever for like 5 minutes. It was a really good call. And I'm like, dude, anything you want, I always say like anything you want to say to the people on the way out. And he said the N-word, hard R.
No, he didn't.
He just dropped it. And I was like, oh, dude, why did you think that was cool? And then he hung up the phone. And so then I blocked him.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I go live again, and I'm not even joking, 10 of his friends are in the Twitch chat, they're in the TikTok chat, and they're blowing up my phone.
Yeah.
They're all of his homies are calling so much, and they're like giving very fake takes that are actually pretty funny. And some of them are really creative and like very funny. This kid
was
like,
one of the take?
One kid said Tom Brady's a system quarterback.
Oh, I saw that. Honestly, hard agree.
Yeah, not a bad take. One said, and that same kid, Tyler, I think, said that he's got like Hofstra in his Final Four. It was all like really good fun. It was really good fun. And then one kid too said that he said he thinks Cade Klubnik is going to be like the next Lamar Jackson, which is very, very funny. But dude, I was having like a great time with these kids, but also going to war with them. It's one battle after another. I'm Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm going crazy. Today, I go live, and they're calling back again. This one kid is calling in. Right away, someone is screaming F words in the background. I hear another kid call in. They're screaming the N word in the background of the call. This kid, Tyler, is in the chat right now, blowing up the chat, trying to get me to unblock his phone number. I've got like 9 different 14-year-olds from Long Island blocked right now on my business phone. And do I unblock them and let them call into the show and make a mockery of this thing, or do I just keep them blocked? Because on one end, they're funny-ish, and they're kind of cool, and I like having a group of 10 dudes listening to the show.
Yeah.
But on the other end, they're partly like hurting my image and what I'm doing here. So I don't know what to do.
So first thing to the guys listening, if they're listening, the N-word thing, buddy, I get it. You're a kid, but in a couple years, you're gonna get used to that word, and you're gonna keep saying it. And brother, your house is gonna get rocked. So I would drop that part, because that's not really a thing you should just be yelling, unless you.
Yeah. And then Tyler is in the chat right now. He's like, I'm from Oklahoma. I'm not from Long Island, even though he calls in with an area code that is 613 that's from Long Island. So he's like, they're also trying to get a fastball by me. I'm like, dude, I'm 30. I went to an Ivy League school. I'm smarter than you.
Either way, Oklahoma or Long Island, they're saying the N-word for the wrong reasons.
There's only one right reason to say
it. Yeah. So I would say, honestly, what I would do is maybe make a deal with them. Set a deal where it's like, hey guys, stop blowing up my phone, but I will set aside 5 minutes towards the end of the show or in the middle of the show. We'll do crazy take of the day.
Yeah. Say it as much as you want.
Let them be a part of the show, but let's just drop the N-word thing, because that's that's not nice. Because I do like the take, because I really did like. I watched the Tom Brady clip and it made me laugh. I think, honestly, set a deal with them. Hey, stop blowing up my phone.
Yeah.
And a couple times a week, I'll let you guys come on and give a crazy take.
I need to figure out like the Long Island boys. Like they need their own. I want them to have like their own group. I want them to be like famous in the TBWZ community for like, oh, dude, the Long Island boys are calling in. Like I want them to have a character, because they're funny and they're cool, but they do the most uncool thing in the world, which is like a group of 14-year-old lettuce head kids calling in and just like thinking the funniest thing in the world is just dropping hard R on my show.
Well, to be fair, they're 14. I remember playing Xbox Live as a kid, and someone would drop it, and you would just
the funniest thing in the world.
I was never the kid that said it, but I had a buddy that would say it all the time. After he shot someone, and man, every time it got a laugh. So it's like it's not good. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not condoning it, but it's like, I think kids just stop saying it. This is a nice show. This is a family-friendly show, and honestly, I would say let them come on the show and maybe set a deal, and then hey, maybe they could be like your little Pat McAfee crew of like the D-gens.
Maybe, yeah. I'll be the biggest show in Long Island if I keep it up at this rate.
That's not bad.
Tony, XD1 is in the Tampa area. He's wondering, when is Tony coming to Florida? Would love to see him.
When am I coming to Florida? I'm actually
Tampa?
setting up a little run. So hopefully I'm planning on when it's like September, end of August, early September, doing like a little run through Tampa.
Don't do the funny bone though.
No.
That was horrible.
I would rather do literally a show on the beach.
Dude, remember all the... Dude, so me and Tony and Trevor did the funny bone together in Tampa, Florida. The day of the Sunday show, we went to the Bucks game, and the Bucks got whomped by the Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
There was some very nasty comments going on left and right. It was not a good day.
Oh, dude, Tampa people, it's like Florida people. It's like
people were like mad at Tony for going to the Bucks game, because the Bucks posted us on their Instagram account, and they were mad at Tony for showing up. They're like, it's because you're the clown that ruined the game for us.
You're the clown. Also, the people in Tampa, not you, buddy, but like the people in Tampa, it's like their skin is like scales. They all are red. Their skins are scales, and they're just yelling, "Give me another beer to cool me down." And it's like, brother, I think you got skin cancer. You gotta find it. Beer's not gonna help you, pal.
Yeah. You know what will help is some good laughter and some good fun. Tony Casillas is the absolute best at that. Tony, this has been.
Can I just shout out 2 dates real quick?
Was absolutely. I was about to tee it up to have you do that.
So April, let me check real quick. April 4th, I'm gonna be at the Riot at the Riverwalk.
Nice.
It's this awesome new club downtown San Antonio. I'm gonna headline the 7 p.m. show, so make sure to get tickets for
Love
that.
it.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell out. I've never said that before, but like tickets are
Wow.
moving, so
Awesome.
that is nice.
That's your hometown.
Yeah, it's my hometown. We're gonna get a lot of people out and did the show with Trevor there, so that's helping as well.
Nice.
And then what is it? It is June 6th. I'm gonna be doing 2 shows at the Velveeta Comedy Club in downtown Austin on 6th Street. And on that show, we're gonna have a lot of surprise pop-ins and guests doing sets. So come check out that show. And then Silly Goose Radio is coming back in 1 month. We are finishing up our studio now, and we'll be back all together next month. So subscribe to Silly Goose Radio,
please.
And that's about it.
That, and then there's there's one more. Oh, your poker show.
Oh, the Fold. It's not my poker show. I'm on the Fold a lot, which is a fun poker show. And the lodge just got raided, which is not good. So it's kind of shut down right now, which sucks because Texas kind of sucks when it comes to gambling. They're like, we're a Christian state, so we can't have gambling. So they're trying to mess with them.
Of course. We gotta turn it underground and make it super illegal.
Oh yeah. Hey, if I want to gamble, make me go to Oklahoma. Great.
Yeah, I want to go to Tulsa if I want to.
Yeah, I want to lose my life savings in Tulsa.
Dude, it's a great name for like a country album.
Yeah. Hey, I want to drive 5 hours and lose everything.
Yeah, that's how
Texas,
it works, dude.
Let me lose everything down the street.
Yeah, that's my argument too with like abortion not being legal. It's like, oh, you're gonna make me have a 5-hour drive to go exterminate my baby? That's also inhumane.
Also, I've done that drive before. I remember, bro. I remember. What was it? I did a gig in Oklahoma City, and the WinStar Casino's on the drive back to Dallas, and it was like a 2-hour drive from the WinStar to my place. And I was like, oh, I'll just go in there real quick. I gambled the whole check. It was like a $600 check. Gone. Bye-bye. And brother, a 2-hour drive going, I could have had $600, but now I don't. I could have had $600, and now I don't. I needed to get new pants, but now I got to wait. I needed for 2 hours. You're just like, and then you're just like, you realize, oh, wow, I'm driving the wrong direction. Oh, wow, that was a stop sign. Because you're just thinking about how big of a mess up you are for gambling your whole check. Let me do that because I'll walk home. It'll be safer.
Dude, that's the worst drive ever. Remembering that you don't have good pants. And you could have had $600 worth of pants. But all
and then
your
I'm
good pants
looking
are
down
gone.
at my pants, looking at the holes while I'm driving for 2 hours. It's not good.
Dude, awesome. Tony, real quick, this has been the Power Hour. See you guys soon. The Power Hour is